Hey, I'm Marcus and I'm playing Crusader Kings 3. We're back in Cologne, or in the lower Rhine area, and that is where our good Graf Siegfried of Sayn is currently at court. And what is he doing exactly? He's mediating with the Republican vassals of Archbishop Anno. Now, yeah, be that as it may, there would not have been Republican vassals at the time. What they're trying to tell us here is that we're mediating with local bailiffs and that sort, that kind of lower administrative level that looks after towns and smaller places and so on. But that's what we're currently doing. We are in Cologne, and well, we could return at any point. I would just like to stay there for a while, just to keep it a bit more immersive as well. Last time we did see a bigger conflict happening right in front of us, and we were part of it. And that was when the Archbishopric, and that is currently the territory here, but that little bit here, that was still attached, Hochstaden, and that was being attacked by none other than the Pfalzgraf Hermann of Lotharingia, who pressed the claim, as far as I understand it, of his vassal Graf Gerhard here. So now he has both of these counties. And the reason why I did that is that the two don't really like each other. So you see here, they are rivals, Erzbischof Anno and Pfalzgraf Hermann. I've explained that in the first episode, right? So historically, really, Hermann was the last notable of the Erzzonen, and his father died when he was very young. So he grew up in the care of Archbishop Anno, who used that position really to strip him of some of his power, especially in the Rhine area. That's why his lands are so scattered here. So yeah, that's what he did, and I guess we can be lucky, because the other thing that he could have done when attacking the Archbishopric is to go for Sayn itself. Like, that is our county, because that is where he still has a pressed claim on. So that's something he will pass down onto his children. Right? He's currently he's having children, as we can see. Well, okay. Currently, there's another conflict here that I haven't looked into last time, and that is Herzog Gottfried the Bearded here, who is attacking Herzogin Sophia of Bar in the claim of Beatrix on the Grafschaft of Bar. Interesting. Beatrix is his wife, obviously. His second wife, really, right? So he did have a wife before that. And with her, I think he had all of his children with her, including the dead one. I'm getting to that in a moment. And then he married Beatrix, and she does have a sister here, that is Sophia, and she is the current Herzogin of Bar, the Duchess. And he wants to have this for his wife, and I guess the kind of thing that he really wants is to have that land passed on to his grandson, and that is his son Gottfried's son, who's also called Gottfried. No, Gottfried's. And now that this is where it gets very, very interesting, right? Because Gottfried's mother is Matilda of Tuscany. You all know her. She's like probably the most famous character in this game. Based on all the memes you would see out there. And that is her son as well, right? Obviously. So why is she then defending against Gottfried? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Or does it? Because she is now married again too. And would you look at that? She killed her former hubby, Gottfried the Hunchback. I guess she wasn't too fond of him, which seems understandable. I think even like when the game starts, he already has bad health, something like that. So she just, I don't know, pressed a pillow on his head or something like that. And yeah, she's now a murderer. Everybody knows that, apparently. And she is defending the claim of her, or the possession of her aunt against the claim that her mother has. Oof, weird, because again, that's something that will be passed down to her son, and I guess that is not her favorite son then. Her son by Gottfried. Look at that little sour puss here. And she has 2 other sons, right? So I guess this one here is in trouble. Might not survive infancy. Let's see about that. But yeah, so that's a very interesting conflict that's unraveling right before our eyes here. But we're not part of it. We're just looking into it and not sure how it will plan out in the end. He is currently besieging here. She's besieging there. Right. We know that, of course, Gottfried here does have some kind of unholy alliance with Pfalzgraf Hermann. The 2 of them should be competitors, really. But they have teamed up, and they did so against the Archbishopric. So, I don't know. Maybe we will see Hermann joining this one here as well at some point. We'll just keep an eye on it. There's nothing we can do against it anyway. So, there we are. Right, last time I did talk about, or just before I ended, that maybe it would have been time for Siegfried to look into finding a wife. And I already, like before I started the game, did have a look into some potential wives for Siegfried. It's difficult, I will say that up front. That is due to how I've set up the game. I'm not really sure if that is part of the Love, Marriage, Family mod. Might as well be one of the game rules mods that I have installed as well. But the AI is very savvy when it comes to marrying in my games. So that usually leads to any woman, well, in our case, you know, child really, turning 16 is being married off immediately. And so we have to be lucky. We have to be right there and try to get a betrothal before that happens, because afterwards there's no such thing. So I did have a look into women that will come of age, well, in game terms again, when they are 16. That is Hildegard here, for example. She is 15 right now. I think they all turned 16 then on the 1st of January. That's the beginning of the game. That's when they don't have real birthdays, so the game just puts them in the 1st of January. That is Hildegard here. She is the daughter of Ludwig of Orlamünde. He's here. So he's a very powerful regional count, part of the lands of Markgraf Dedo of Lausitz. Interestingly, he has also acquired Meissen, right? So that's one big chunk of territory here. That was just being an idea that I had, so that's something we technically could try to do, but as you do see here, he's not willing to do that. We would have to invest something. Keep that in mind. We have Agnes von Flandern. Very interesting, because she is the granddaughter of the great Boudewijn of Flanders. It's not very impressive when it comes to her traits, obviously. Shy and lazy and compassionate. I don't know. Looks like the most harmless character to ever be in this game here. I guess that would not be his first choice if he knows about like who that is. We have Ida von Werl, also 15. There again, also turning 16 on the 1st of January. And she is the daughter of Bernhard III of Lippe. And he's very close to us. Almost bordering us. Has lands in Mark and Arnsberg and Lippe. I could go on a tangent why this is called Mark, but I'll save this up for later maybe. So Ida would be a good choice, I think, because, again, like, he is close. And again, that's the minus 26. I would have to invest something to get there. Yep. He's also Saxon. We are not Saxon. He does have other sons. I was thinking about, like, maybe it would be time to actually learn their language. Yeah, so I could do that technically. He's actually quite good when it comes to his learning, but yeah, he doesn't like Siegfried, so that's going to be a problem apparently. Also because of his title tier. Okay, for whatever reason that makes it worse. He does have sons, and one of them here is Heinrich. He's also his caravan master, so that might be someone actually whom he has met in Cologne before. So maybe we can learn their language from him. There we go. Moderate chances. Looks fine for me. Obviously, his learning isn't that great, but I guess we could try. So it's 71%. That's quite reasonable. Yeah. Again, that might be something we could go into. We have Amalberga von Nassau. She is the daughter of the Count of Nassau. That's him here, Ruprecht. She is already a widow. Her former husband, Albrecht here, he died and was slain in battle. She already has a son, so at least that means she's fertile. That is something to consider, obviously. But we wouldn't be able to marry her right now, again, because she's not available for marriage. She's widowed, and that's a mod I've installed, right? So whenever that happens, characters are widowed, and they will not be available for marriages for a while, which is quite realistic, because that would have been that. Very few instances in that period of time where you actually see someone whose husband or wife died and they immediately take another partner. Very much unheard of. All right, so, and then lastly, and I think that is the best option that we currently have. This is Sophia von Luxemburg. And obviously, we know the Luxembourg family. That is a big family and part of the Karling dynasty, actually. So the level of splendor is significant. This would be, even though she is just, or her father here, Hermann, is a Graf like we are, this would be marrying upwards, I think, and giving us a lot of credibility. I think I would prefer that arrangement, since also, again, that is someone who's very, very close to us and has far-reaching influence in that area down here. She's also chaste like we are. Not really sure that's minus fertility, although I guess, like, maybe two negatives even themselves out. The chance of children, it says here, is medium. So that's the normal thing, right? So, I don't know. Apparently that's not so bad. I just need a child or two. It's not really, yeah, again. So, he would be against that too, sadly. But just at a -6. And that is not that much. Now, how do we go about it? I mean, obviously, we could try swaying him. I'm currently learning that language here, so that's a bit of a bummer. And I guess we would be a little too late when it comes to that. Like, swaying takes its time, I think about a year or so. And in a year, she will already be 16. And I know that with the mod settings that I have, she will be married off by January next year. So that's something I cannot do. What I thought about was sending him a gift. I have another little mod installed that allows you to have several tiers of gifts. I think that's much better, right? In the vanilla game, you have just this one option of sending someone a gift, and it's usually very high. But what about you just need a tiny little boost for their opinion, so you could just send a miserly gift, right? I could do that, but I think 14 will not cut it, because when you take a look into it, there we go. His opinion, there we go, is currently at a +2, and he has a +9. So it's about like a fifth or a fourth of what his opinion is. And at a -6, that would mean I would have to bring him up to somewhere around 40 or 50, plus 40 or 50, right? So we're not cutting it with the smaller option here. Then if I send him that small gift here, that would probably make it. That's a lot of money. I'm not sure if I want to invest that. There's also the question of, is that really something that's historical? Buying a bride in that sense. Because it usually would be the opposite, right? So the father would give a dowry to the daughter when she gets into this marriage. So that would be... doesn't have to be coin. It could also be, or usually was, more like land or anything. Something that the daughter could rely on in case that her husband died early. Right, so that she would have some kind of security. Now, we could, of course, say that gold here could mean that we are buying our way into this and saying, hey, here's gold that I'm providing that you can then leave for your daughter so that she would have securities. Might work. I do have a different idea. And that is to offer him I'll just get back to that. A grand wedding. Of course, I can't do that right now because I must not be traveling. But I will get there because we can return home at any time anyway. And we'll probably do so shortly. And that would definitely tip him over because I think that's a plus 40 on the outcome here. And I think that one would work out quite well. That would tell him that while he is still an upstart, right? We don't have a name that speaks for itself, and that might hold him back, right? That might be why he's thinking, no, I can't marry my daughter to that guy. He might be a Graf like I am, but he doesn't have any family to speak of. He is just... he was just given this opportunity by the Archbishop. I don't know who he is, really. Can he really provide for my daughter? And we would be telling him, I can, because I can put on a big wedding that is worthy of your station, worthy of the status of your daughter. So I think I will do that, but I guess I can't do that right now. I'll just have to return home. I guess I can unpin the others here. We will just need that one then. Right. I also pinned the people around us here, so I have a chance to see what they are doing here in the message window below. Other things that I might do for a start is we do have Arnulf here, is currently our marshal, and I think we're quite impressed with him, with how he handles himself and his tasks. So what I'm thinking about is granting him a noble title. There we go. Costs us some prestige and piety, but I guess that's not a biggie for us right now. So there we go. And he's now Arnulf von Mühlhausen. Mühlhausen doesn't sound right. Mühlhausen would be a thing, so that's an umlaut U. But I guess that's where he's from. That's how he identifies. I'm not going to tell him differently. And then he could marry, maybe. Although I'm not sure he would marry from court. That doesn't look like it. Someone else asked about whatever happened to Theodelinde's daughters. And sadly, I kind of missed that the time frame to marry Mechthild to someone. And sadly as well, she would not do it. There we go. Because, there's just, no way she would accept it. She's currently, funnily enough, at the court of the Pope. That's an interesting court to be in if you want to be married, but I will not argue. Maybe we just keep that in mind. He could wait a year or so. Maybe just pin her as well. Try to sway her at some point. Bring her back to court in order to marry Arnulf. If that's not the case, then he can just marry someone else, I guess. Right. I guess with that we can just start. I think there's anything else I need to do. So there we go. As for now, I guess we could just stay in Cologne for the time being. And the 9th of May we can attend court once more, and I guess I can do that. There we go. There's that guy again. He's always there. Look at him. I'm Lambrecht. No, he's Regina. He's the son of Lambrecht. What do we do now, actually? There's not much we can do, right? We don't need a court position. I guess we can go and retire to our lodgings. Getting some work done is something we could definitely do, but then stress here, stress levels, getting somewhere. Maybe we just spend time in prayer. That would be reasonable. Around April and May, there are some bigger holidays, so that would be appropriate. There you go. Oh yeah, we gained some piety. I guess with that being said, I guess we can return home, really, right? There we go. Have to go through the dark forest again. The forests of Isenburg. No. Let's see what happens there now. Oh, by the way. See that? He did it. He called him. I'm guessing. No. No, he did not. Okay. Why is he... What's he up to? He is attacking Duke Renaud of Upper Burgundy in the war for Hugues' claim on the Duché of Upper Burgundy. I've translated some of these, as you do see. Of Upper Burgundy, okay. So he's doing things. He likes to meddle. That's our Pfalzgraf Hermann. Of course, he is ambitious, so that serves him right, I guess. Right. Oh yeah, there we go. Brook! I hear Tankulf shout out in panic. Soon thereafter, I hear a loud cracking sound, like that of wood breaking, of my patience finally snapping. I step out on the tree roots to see the splintered remains of a wagon wheel. My wagon wheel! I'm sorry, my liege. It was my turn as lookout, and I fell asleep at the reins. Dum dum dum. Ah, Tankulf. Yeah. Slow and one-legged. Why are we... I guess we are very close to home, so alright. At some point he will have to go, I think. But look at his nice beard. He's put so much effort into it. I can go inside again, that's fine. Alright, okay, so let's do that now. Let's check on Hermann. She is still not betrothed, that's good. And then let's say I'm going to do a grand wedding. Don't ask me how I will finance it. I guess I'll find a way to finance it. So don't worry. Send proposal. How's that? I can go back. It always says petition the Kaiser because the whole... well, it's tied to the vanilla mechanic, and that in vanilla game you obviously don't have... the ability to do that with someone on duchy tier level, but yeah, it means the Archbishop, really. It is to the impressive Siegfried. See? I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. You will be betrothed to my daughter Sophia. I also look forward to the promised grand wedding. Try not to disappoint me. Yep. Alright. Thanks, Papa. A future Papa. Okay. Oh, I can negotiate alliances already. Ah. I can negotiate an alliance with him. I guess. We're quite savvy, so there we go. Already make it official. That's 300 guys, that's not that bad. So he does have armored footmen as well. Yeah, marvelous. Yeah, I could potentially negotiate an alliance with him, I guess. Or I could if I wanted to, but 100 guys, I don't know. I don't know. He has to do a bit better to catch my attention here. Oh yeah, by the way, we are already 100% here. I'll just like... There we go. Because I would like to execute with confidence. There we go. There we are. I had not considered that. You and Vogt Eckhart have been talking about Archbishop Anno and the state of colonial affairs for weeks now, but you finally believe that you're getting through to him. I suppose that did help out a little, and I can't say I've been doing too badly with him in charge, can I? Eckhart agrees to do their best job to do their best to support the crown in the future, an outcome that the Archbishop shall no doubt be very happy to hear. Look at that, we gained some gold again. That's something we're gonna need later. The Archbishop likes us further. And we also gain some prestige. And Archbishop Anno gains burgher approval. There we go. Parochial vassal opinion plus 20. I guess that's not too bad for him. Alright. Back. We are back. And I guess we could immediately go back again. But as I said before, I don't want to just spam this option. That doesn't sound right to me. What's he doing here? Calv. Ah, they're part of this whole debacle here. I see. Lüdiger has been of real help in the past few days, aiding me in my efforts to strengthen the realm's ties with our neighbors. He has just offered himself again to help me gain Duke Casper's trust. That is Casper. What? Of Nordmark? And he is a pagan. It is so hard to find someone one can truly rely on these days. Okay. I think I can handle Duke Casper. He's not worth the effort. I'm somehow... I don't know. I think he has very clear goals in mind when it comes to whom he thinks is worthy of negotiating affairs with. And the pagan Duke of Nordmark here is not one of them, I would say. Well, he might be of concern to anyone close here, but not to us anyway. So, I know, it would be nice to gain the diplomacy, lifestyle experience, and so on, or having him a friend would be nice. I don't know. But realistically, he is not worth making that kind of effort. So there we go. Oh yeah, by the way, core performance has risen again, but I guess we are still unimpressive. Oh. He's doing his best. Leave him alone. Right, is that one here resolved? No, it's still going. But she's winning. I think she's winning it. Where is he going? Well, yeah, she's directly... Ah, look at that. Look at that. He died of old age. Yeah, he was already old. 68 years of age, so there we go. And now her own son. Isn't that interesting? She is fighting her own son. Well, not really her own son. He's 4. He has nothing to do with this. This is just the other high and mighty here in Lower Lotharingia, wanting to keep this going. So I guess she has to do that. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. The Mayennian boils. Oh, that's very unfortunate because that's obviously here. Well, I guess measles is a sickness that most people survive, but I guess we are not taking any chances here. It will obviously come to us as well. I have no doubt about that. 9.9. Yeah. We'll see. Takes its time though, doesn't it? It started on the 19th of September. Sorry. We're already deep in October. Aha. Aha. Okay, of course, it already affected Cologne. I say of course because, yeah, that is the big trading hub in the area, so anyone infected around here would end up in Cologne at some point. And up there now. Okay. Well, we're still at that 9.9. Aha. Yep. Now it has spread to Berg. I cannot isolate my capital because it is not here yet. Let's keep monitoring this. Yeah. It will be here soon enough. Oh, look at that. It's even spread to the eastern coast of southern England. Right. I guess this would not be a great time to host the grand wedding. We gotta wait until the sickness has passed. Oh yeah, there we are. Lüdiger approaches me, laughing. Haha, my lord, I have heard that you are studying the Low German language. My father was a merchant and he could learn any language in no time at all, he says. Why is he laughing when he says that? Anyways, his secrets are in this manual. I have no use for it as I cannot read. I'd part with it for a reasonable sum. Why am I employing a steward who cannot read? Oh. Yeah, but I will not pay 50 gold for that one, so I would ask him to lower his price. And he was insulted. Okay. I guess that just happened. Okay, so it traveled up the Rhine. But it looks good right now, doesn't it? Oh, there's another one here. Kasper's Flux. Huh? Is that here and there? Oh, they have it bad. They have two bad things at the same time. So they're having diarrhea and boiled. Okay. Oh, that's bad for them. But I guess we're fine. Yeah. See, that's our good Hildegard. She has done very well. Good. But yeah, it does look bad when you view it from this perspective. Oh, whoa. Heinrich is being attacked by Roi Philippe. What is it about? The French war for Évêque Rogier's claim on the Bistum of Cambrai. Oh, right. He wants to have a chunk of our land. Cambrai here, that is part of that duchy here, the Duchy of Brabant. Okay. Alright, let's see how that goes. How have they been doing here? Where is, oh, that's, huh? Ah. They are still going. He really looks unhappy. Very unhappy child. Is Gottfried the Fourth. Oh, what's happening here? Alright, okay, he has just won his war down here. So that means we have a pope with no home. Okay. Well, things are already happening. So are they fine? Oh, he died of it again. No, unknown causes. Okay. They seem to be fine. He has just he has clouded eyes now. Okay. And this is retreating. I'll take anything of this list, really. Anything but consumption. Consumption is the worst. We had that before in the Croatia campaign. Killed a lot of people. Was not very nice. Alright. Once it is gone, I guess we could start thinking about hosting the grand wedding. Yep. I'm not sure how that happened here. I guess that must be a bug, because it always says fatalities 0, so I guess that's not true. Anyways, okay, so that one is gone. I can now... Oh, let's take a look. What would that cost me? The standard setup here is for 265 in gold, and if I go for the bare minimum, it costs me 105. See, it's not that expensive. I guess I will not have that many guests in that case, but that's fine. Like, none of the big ones here are coming to join me. But if the Archbishop is coming, I guess he could officiate the whole thing. That would be very nice. I don't have a really extended family. Maybe she has, right? So maybe that's what that's meant to say. Well, he is coming. Hermann is coming. Adolf of Berg is coming. For whatever reason, that guy from Lübeck is coming. You're welcome. So it'll be quite cozy affair, I guess. But it's fine. Could we? Average opinion gain. We would be able to have a generous feast. Yeah. Or we would be able to have acrobats and musicians for more prestige gain. Okay. Well, I guess we're not making it such a big affair, right? This was just mainly telling our new father-in-law that we are able to pull this off. And I think this should be fine. I also don't think I need anything else here. I'm certainly not going to seduce anyone. Diplomacy option. Again, I think he's trying to be representative here. He just wants to show everyone around that he is very capable of pulling something like this off. 7 months! Oh, we're waiting for so long. Is that because of that guy coming from Lübeck? Son of a... Anyways. Right, she's on her way. She does look a bit disinterested, does she? Well, I hope she will get more interested along the way. Oh, and we just finished... Ah, yeah. We just finished the living room extension. What else should we go for? I guess we could... upgrade the market. Yeah, why not? There we go. And I guess everyone is already joining. Maybe, can I invite other people? Not 10%. I think having another Archbishop here would be nice. Can never have too much approval. He's not coming, obviously. Is he coming? No, he's fighting. He's not doing anything here. Okay. Oh! He's in a new war. Ah! See? He's fighting the younger Gottfried now in the Lotharingian de Jure War for the Grafschaft of Maastricht. Very interesting. De Jure, that means his Pfalzgrafschaft, or at least the way I cut it, right? That's always a kind of arbitrary thing, but I cut it in the way that it says Aachen and Jülich and Maastricht belong to that Pfalzgrafschaft here. Because it kind of looked nicer that way, so there we go. He's going for one of his de Jure claims. Anything going on at our court, by the way? No. Six months. There he is. Hermann has arrived. Having a drink. She looks less disinterested now that she's here. Is that his wife? Yes. Oh. Oh, I guess I'm quite pleased that she didn't take after her mother. That's fortunate. Poposalien was born to Kaiser Heinrich. There we go. He does have sons. Another Heinrich and a Popo. I don't think that Popo was a name that still was used at the time. Popo. Anyways. They're fighting over here. And she's not doing it by herself, right? She's not leaving anything to chance here. Oh yeah, at 100%. So that's done. Oh, there we are. We do have another perk. I guess we're just going down that area here, right? I guess we don't terribly need these things much. Well, there we go. I guess prestige doesn't hurt. Right. What's happening here, by the way? Oh. Okay. Someone besieged Essen. Well then. Hello. 3 months still. Because. Yeah, why? Everyone that's invited is already here. And see, Mainz and Trier have joined us. Have all the Erzbischöfe from the whole realm at our little wedding. And I guess it is befitting that we are making this a bigger occasion because, again, she is from a very important house that has some history. Oh, and I learned the language, actually. After lots of hard work, I finally learned the Low German language. Maybe that's a bit like a thing to talk about. What is the Low German language? And according to the game, we are speaking High German. That is not a thing of the time. And if we are very strict, then he would be speaking Low German. Well, it's called Plattdeutsch nowadays. And well, Plattdeutsch then would refer to several different dialects that are still being spoken. That language that he is currently speaking is closer to what Dutch is nowadays, right? Because Dutch is a German dialect, really. And what they are referring to here would be, well, well, you could call it Saxon, I guess. Westfälisch would be another fitting word for it. And it's just German, but in a slightly different way, if that makes sense. I think one of the main difference between Ripuarisch or Lower German, the one that's spoken in the area around here, and then the Westfälisch dialect to the east, is that when it comes to for example, for the German word for horse, that is Pferd in High German, and it's quite similar in Low German. And the Sächsisch people or Westfälisch people, they would not pronounce the F. So for them it's a Pferd. Yeah, Pferd and Pferd. That's the differences we've been talking about with Heinrich von Werl. Pferd. I get it. I feel accomplished. Should I send him a letter as well? Okay, let's send him a nice little letter. There we go. He loved that one as well. And now we're quite comfortable speaking the language of the peoples east of us. Good for Heinrich. For Siegfried. For Heinrich as well. That was the guy over here. Anyway. They've been drinking here for months on end. Oh. One of my most trusted courtiers has fallen under suspicion. Whispers of corruption and betrayal swirl through the halls of my castle. My advisors press me to remove him from his position before the rot can spread to my entire council. But I know this person. I have seen his dedication and his sacrifices for my family. Well, for me, really. I don't have a family. The evidence feels thin, perhaps manufactured by his rivals. My instinct screams to defend him, to stand between him and his accusers. Loyalty to the pack must be absolute. Yet what if I am wrong? My cat is next to me and she's doing her thing. I think I'll let her out quickly. Anyway, this is all cut live, as you see. So, what do we do here? Whom would this concern anyway? I guess someone like Lüdiger, perhaps? Or Modestus? Or even Arnulf? I think Arnulf is so competent that no one would question him. But someone like Lüdiger, who is a bit questionable, that might as well concern him. But we know that he tries to do his best, so yeah, okay, I will stand by him. And now we're going straight into our wedding ceremony. It always feels amazing when you have been planning for something for so long and spent so much money on it, and then it's finally there. Everything is ready, the decorations are in place, the guests are mingling, and servants scurry around with loaded dishes. I'm pacing around in excitement and nervousness when my future spouse Sophia appears, radiant in her finest attire. We are ready to begin. I cannot wait. What is that? Who gave her a wedding gift? No one? Anyway, I stood by my courtier, and my faith has been rewarded. The accusations against them were proven to be a malicious lie, part of a plot to weaken my rule. By defending my own, I have not only saved an innocent person, but have also unmasked a far greater threat. My court is inspired by my loyalty. They know that I am a ruler who protects their own, who will not abandon them to the wolves. The bonds of loyalty that tie my realm together have never been stronger. Good stuff. Okay. There we go. Lost some stress, gained some prestige, and gained unbreakable bond for 5 years. General opinion plus 10, diplomacy plus 1. Nice. Okay. Good stuff. See? I know that Lüdiger was just doing his job. As if organizing a wedding worthy of my family's stature weren't stressful enough, I guess it's more about worthy of their family, right? I also have to deal with Sophia's relatives. Her father, Graf Hermann, arrived bright and early today and has been following me around ever since, complaining about this or that non-stop. As I feel a splitting headache growing behind my eyes, he continues blabbering undeterred. I knew you were a bad match for my dear Sophia. Look at this place. The poor flowers, the bare tables, not a single sliver of gold anywhere to be seen. My poor heart bleeds for the miserable life that awaits that wretched child. Okay. I can breathe. Breathe, Siegfried. You can't knock him out. Not on your wedding day. Yeah. That was my instinct, right? To say, breathe, just relax. Okay. I guess. We'll just keep it in mind that he is, it is his only daughter in the end, right? He has only sons, and that's his only daughter. He was probably overreacting, I guess. Weddings are just politics. I steel myself as I wait for my future wife to join me. Just politics, I repeat to myself. How bad can it be? But nothing has prepared me for the moment I finally see Sophia for the first time. No portrait or description could do justice to the gentle look on her face. No poet has ever sung of beauty such as hers. Time hangs still when our eyes meet, and everyone else seems to disappear. Then she smiles at me, and I know everything will be all right. Oh, look at that. She becomes a soulmate. Aww. Well, I guess the two of them work well together. Her wrath and his vengefulness are both chaste. And she is callous, he is trusting. Okay. But then she is purposeful. And I think he can get behind that. That is something that mixes well with his principled nature. So, yeah, I guess the two of them really like each other. That's nice. Ta-da! Which also means that whenever you become soulmate with someone, they immediately copulate. So that means that by now she should be pregnant. Without the, by the time we end up in bed here in the event, she might already be pregnant. Everyone is excited and amazed to the magnificence of the wedding venue. Everyone but Archbishop Anno. And it is Anno, why not one of the others? Since his arrival, Anno has been prowling, searching for any pretext to complain. Are you wearing makeup? Those colourful veils are sinful. What's with all the unchaste mingling? Is this all a show of luxury and lust? Definitely don't want to rub him the wrong way. He's also in poor health. So, I guess, nah, I'm not ashamed of myself. I'll just pretend I didn't hear anything. No, that would definitely be a no-no. Yeah. Just pretend we didn't hear anything. Let him do his thing. He's an old man ranting. Just let the old man rant. You're only making it worse by talking to him about it. I pity you, acquaintance. That's a nice way of addressing someone. Graf Hermann tells me what married life is like. A cold bed and a mistrustful wife, a shackle on your joys, like me and Oda, he grumbles. Is that what my marriage to Sophia will be like? I don't know. Why would she be a shackle on my joys? I thrive on working. being a model citizen. Why would she do anything against that? Mistrustful? Yeah, maybe. There he is. Oh, he is actually well, he's not another brother, but a cousin probably of hers, and he is married to Oda von Babenberg. Oh yeah, I see where he's going. He's lustful, she is not. So that's what he's complaining about. Well, no, you know what? I'm not scared. This doesn't affect me. I think that she's perfect. Yes! And you'll be confident. The preparations and rituals of a wedding ceremony are many. In a lull in between them, I hear some snickering and scoffing coming from a group of Sophia's relatives. When they see that they got my attention, Burkhard starts addressing me directly. It's truly a shame we couldn't find anyone better for poor Sophia, but such is life. They are... They do not make it easy for me, are they? Burkhard von Luxembourg. That is her brother. He's Stuart. He's not going to inherit. Oh! He's married to a Premierschnitt. Yeah, you know what? I can take a lot of things. When it comes to the father-in-law, all right. When it comes to my liege, the Archbishop, all right. But this guy here, her brother, 19 years old. He's copying my beard. No, I will not have that. So yeah, okay. Is that a challenge? Are you challenging me, mate? It seems to be... Okay. No immediate outcome. But I shall keep that in mind. I shall keep that in mind. That guy here. Burkhard. You are going to be pinned, sir. There you go. Oh yeah, he dead. And by the way, can I actually... Whoop. How far are we? It's a -18. So I'm guessing... Let's just sway her and see what happens. Behind all the rituals and ceremonies, weddings are first and foremost political events. As the ceremony reaches its climax, my mind is already focused on what comes next. Will the alliance stand? Will my new spouse be a valid help in the management of my land? And yet there's still another question I have to answer before that, as it's time to give my explicit consent to the marriage. Do I want to spend the rest of my life with Sophia? I do. We got a lot of stuff. Ruler's Grand Wedding. Oh, that's nice. We gain renown. That's very nice. I guess for 100 gold, this is really quite the cheap way of getting these nice things. As the ceremony concludes and we all move to the banquet venue, I secretly smile to myself, picturing the joys to come from my married life with Sophia. But everyone can be so lucky to marry such a likable person. Yeah, look at her being likable. I wish everyone to share in on my happiness. Let's all tuck in. Enjoy, people. Let's everyone enjoy. And I expanded my network. Good. Every feast. There's always one. Every single feast. One long-winded, ill-born pissant cornering people who just will not be silent. This time it's Winfrida. And she is completely, woefully self-absorbed. Our conversation is rife with hypocrisy, poorly thought-out ideas, and just plain idiocy. Yet the woman is entirely convinced that she's some kind of fascinating social genius. I am going to scream! Well, that's Mama here. The whole family is troublesome, I can tell you as much. Do we gently exit the conversation? Do we tell her to shut up? Do we try to say that what she is telling me is interesting? Or do we just grin and bear it? I'm not sure. I'm guessing he's in a good mood, right? He's stressed. He's not really stressed. He just married what he thinks will be the love of his life. So in that case, I think he can grin and bear it. It's not a big deal. Let her think she's a genius. The ugly wench. By any reasonable standards, the evening's food is an exciting medley of textures, flavors, and spectacle. Though this is a particularly special occasion, near my seat both Dria and Graf Budivoy share their opinions about the spread. A good level, notes Dria, turning over a chunky morsel. Too much fanciful decoration is an invitation for poison. Bah, a feast should near bankrupt the realm, Booty Voice snorts. Else, what's even the point? Okay, I do not know these guys. This guy here is the caravan master for the Archbishop Mines. And that guy here is the one that took forever to join us here. Why did he come? If he's just here to complain, why did he come anyway? Right? That doesn't make any sense to me. So, I guess. Well, invitation for poison. I picked the main... yeah, okay. Just to make it clear, there is no poisoning here. I will not poison anything. Oh, look at that. I have been appointed Master of the Hunt. Okay. Now good for me, I guess. Oh no! Dria. Oh, luckily there's no poison. He said, and choked on a duck bone. Well, poor guy. Nothing to do with me. The banquet hall's trimmings are beautiful, a medley of murals and rare flowers, even if they're not strictly the most expensive available. Near my seat, both Modestus and Archbishop Siegfried share their opinions on the decorations. You know, muses Modestus, this is exactly the level of effort that I would have put in. I approve. Oh, thank you, Modestus. Thank you. I don't know who you are. He's a guest, apparently. Bit of a coward. An opportunist. I get what he's doing here, right? He's alright. Honestly, I have to say, I prefer a, Siegfried searches for the polite phrase, a heavier touch on the fripperies, says Archbishop Siegfried, the humorless of Mainz, who's also a pesky lowborn person. You know what? I don't get involved. I'm not picking up any of the... It's nice to have the lifestyle experience, but with the two of them here, I don't want to tell this guy that I'm... yeah. I'm up to flattery, because I don't think I would want to entertain him at my court, even though he is a brilliant strategist. We have a man for that job, so there we go. I do not get involved. Let the two of them figure it out. Oh, she also choked on a duck bone. What is up with the ducks? What is this? Is there any meat on this bone? Do men usually eat vegetables this small? Are these the kind of meals I can expect in hell? Oh, and where are the sweets? This must be the way peasants eat. Pitiful. And at least we're not choking on a duck bone. But apparently it now dawns on Siegfried that he might have invested in better food. Okay. Oh! And now the two of them are beating each other up. Jesus Christ. Keep it together, guys. She's receiving gifts. I received diplomacy lifestyle experience. There we are. The feast has started winding down, with everyone sated and tired, but the day is still not over for Sophia and me. A procession of guests leads us to our bedchamber, for the legitimacy of a wedding depends on it being consummated. Okay, so the question is now the interesting question. How will two chaste people go about it? The fire in the grate has started to wither, and I stare at its flames in silence. The light, its warmth. Gräfin Sophia is searching for something in her wooden chest, and I take my eyes off the flames to look at her. Siegfried, she says, offering me a small package wrapped in silk. I've saved this since I heard of our betrothal, and I now offer it to you as a token of my love. Oh, it's a lock of her hair. I've added a mod, not sure what it's called now, I can take a look, that changes a lot of the icons and makes them much better. much more evocative or much more telling about what this really is. So this really is a lock of hair. Good stuff. Spouse opinion plus 15. Seduce phase length 20 days faster. Okay. Going to take this one. Oh yeah, and I have the artifacts. Is still what is the mod called? Anyway, the artifact manager. I think that's what it's called. There we go. So we have that thing now. The trinket. Do I also have... Oh. I think that's the dodgy answer, right? The ... here kind of implies that he's like... you know, when like awkward people or men that think they're funny say to their wives at their birthdays, I know my present is having sex with you. No, she is my greatest gift, of course. I would have given her something as well, but I did not get the option. Yeah, that was my tip for men. Don't do that. That's no, it's a bad joke. Just shows that you don't care really much. Get your girl a present. That's what I'm saying. As the banquet reached its climax, Sophia's growing anxiety over the imminent bedding ceremony was clear. My new wife turns to me as the procession sets off to our chambers, pleading, "Please, can't we do without this?" Over the hollering and drumming. Yeah. No. I guess they are both not looking forward to this part, apparently. That is saying her that we will be fine. And that is us being callous. He's not a callous person. Yeah, but I guess that's not also something that he would do. He knows that, you know, this is part of what they have to do. I guess what would happen is that they would retreat to the bedchamber. They would be lying under the sheets, and then there would be witnesses. But this is way more formulaic, I think, than it is, I don't know, kinky, right? So they just say, come on, we'll be fine. We just have to lie in bed together, and then they will leave, and then we can figure it out. And she was fine. Ah, how soft the skin of Gräfin Sophia is, how delicious the smell of her hair. Certainly my wedding night is going exactly how I expected, and we quickly become devoted to the carnal sin. No, I don't think that's how I expected it. Such is our passion that, without paying attention to the candles that scarcely light the room, I accidentally knock one down with my foot. Don't stop, my dear. But God has different plans for us, and the hay mattress is quickly lit by fire. What the? Why? Why are we lying on the hay mattress anyway? Should we have something better? Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I'm guessing I will save her, but this is, Ow! I guess we're wounded. We're not severely wounded. Okay, that's fine. Well, we got, I don't know, second-degree burns there. At least Hildegard is there to quickly put on some, I don't know, linens drenched in water or something like that. Sophia and I are led to the chambers by the raucous wedding party, or to other chambers now. Huh? I guess we just picked the new bedroom, and one with equipment that isn't as easily flammable. Anyways, the echoing shouts and laughter heralding the bedding ceremony. Bishop Heinrich. There we go. Why is he doing that? Bishop Heinrich of Halagoland. Why is not any of the... I'm not questioning this. Blesses our marital bed. Maybe it's the old men, you know, the Erzbischöfe, they're all drunk. Blesses our marital bed before tucking us in, pouring cups of strong spiced wine and directing us to drink them. Mm-hmm. We gaze at each other happily as the party starts to depart, alone at last. The door slams behind the last of the witnesses, the raucous party continuing down the hall, where the families are no doubt listening. So I'm imagining Siegfried, who's bandaged, and Sophia here, who was luckily unharmed, and now they're in their second bed, and they have to do it again. Oh dear. Yeah. I think he will need more wine in order to function. And it worked. It worked. Good. Oof. That was a piece of work. And finally, the last guest leaves. I look around at the deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled spiced wine on the floor, the echoes of people's laughter still lingering in the air, and feel satisfied. What an amazing day. I did a very fine job organizing it. In the end, I guess, it worked out fine. Oof. Despite people choking on the food, despite the fire in the first bedroom. Thank you all for coming. Oh, look at that. 400 prestige. That's nice. We'll need that. Gained lots and lots of legitimacy. So that has kind of boosted us to the second rank. That is great. There we go. Well, I guess we don't need the increased marriage acceptance right now, but it's fine. I'll take it. Thank you all for coming. Celebrated a grand wedding. There we go. And we finish it. Awesome. Right. So, she is here now. Or, well, now she is here. She is here. We now get the option, that's from Canalitas. That's one of the mods that's not in the list because Canalitas, for whatever reason, is not on Steam. I don't think it's that bad. It's not a, ooh. You can gain it. You can get it from loverslab.com if you want to. And that one allows us to make love to our wife. And I think that will not do it. We just had the bedding ceremony and everything. They're both chaste. I don't think they want to do this too often. Oh, I gained the Eager Reveler trait as well. The new Gräfin. Before our marriage, the people of Sayn likely knew my new wife only as the daughter to the Graf of Gleiberg, if at all. Other than various rumors, they didn't know what to make of her. Those who journeyed to the castle and actually saw her at court whispered about the choice of her outfit that day, as well as how it seemed like she wasn't ready to rule at my side. Sophia, for her part, sneered at all the talk. She strode into the castle as if she owned it, her acidic nature earning her no quick friends at my court. Not the most auspicious of beginnings, I'll grant you that. Let us hope that this is not a sign of things to come. Ah, she'll be fine. Oh. Alright, okay, so people don't like her. Probably because of her wrath and her callous nature. But to him, to Siegfried, she's the best. He adores her. I guess after the winter we could return to Cologne. What's that? Is there a petition that I can actually do that's making sense to me? Nah. I don't want to resettle people from Cologne to Sayn. That sounds weird to me. Anyways, lots of armies going around here. What are they doing over there? Defending against Philippe? What is he doing? Ah. Oh, he does have a claim on it. A claim on Goslar. Well, that shouldn't be the case. That's one of the other changes I made. I wanted that to be a Kaiserpfalz. But I guess in the moment when I did that, yeah, right. Maybe I should explain that. Goslar was a place that actually was tied very much to the Kaiser. And a Kaiserpfalz would be that place where the Kaiser would go on his travels. So whenever the Kaiser went to the north, he would stay at Goslar. So I wanted it very much tied to the Kaiser and therefore gave it a special title. But it seems now that in doing so, Ordulf here maintained a claim on it. That's not very great. Because now he will definitely get it. And I don't like that. Anyways. Oh, fate smiles upon me. My wife, Gräfin Sophia, is bearing my child. See, we've been doing fine. Great. That's all I ever wanted. Yeah, to have a child at 30, that's great, I think. I mean, in game terms, you would know why. Because if you always end up being married at 16 as a guy and you have your children already, you will have this problem, right? That when your ruler is older, there will already be like grandchildren or even great-grandchildren. And that makes succession weird. And that is exactly why, actually, people at the time would marry later. To not make succession weird. You can see that in sources as old as Hesiodos, ancient Greek writer, who created this longer poem where he talks about what the agrarian society of the time should be like, and he tells men to marry at 30. That's his advice. A sinister consideration. As I make my way back from church, Clara approaches me with a lascivious grin. Don't do that. Don't grin like that with your disfigured face. Siegfried, I know you and I both relish in our enemies meeting their just deserts. Though the priests call joy at the suffering of our enemies, quote-unquote, sinful, I believe we are merely the deliverers of divine justice. After all, who can tell us how God would want us to live? We clearly have more in common than not, and I think you and I should spend more time together away from the rotten brains of simple people. What say you? Okay. I mean, the wet nurse. Should I really let her near my potential children? I'm wondering. I don't know. I don't think that he thinks that his vengefulness is something to be proud of. And I don't think he would frame it that way. To him, he is just. And he is a strong advocate of justice. He doesn't relish in bringing demise to other people. He would just go after everyone that crosses him severely. So, no. I think that is the better reaction here. My sinful thoughts are not a thing to be proud of. Yep. That sounds right. People still fighting. How's he doing? Not doing that well, is he? But I guess he will win this in the end. Then we have the fightings going on over here in Flanders. Where apparently Heinrich is losing. Yep. Oh no, there's Lüdiger again. The impotent swine Lüdiger makes my blood boil. How could God see fit to curse the earth with Lüdiger's loathsome trolls? No, it is obvious. He is Satan's kin. He is worse than both putrid boil and ravenous locust. I cannot stand the mere thought of breathing the same chattering air as him. I must do something. I must act. My sanity depends on it. Okay. Well, I guess this is a kind of random thing to happen. But maybe this whole thinking about his vices, and then, I don't know, I think we figured out that he tried to cover for him before, even though that turned out to be the right move. And right now, he's even the novice. He's getting better at things, right? He's, oh, Lüdiger. But I guess he's just, oh, stress. The stress. I'm not sure. It kind of seems kind of seems a bit arbitrary to me. Because this, if there were incidents where... Look at him. Lüdiger. I guess. Do we take the stress? I'm going to roll the die on that one. So I sometimes do when I can't find a decision. I'm going to roll the die on that one. It's a 3. So, no. I will not rest until he's dead and buried. Okay. There we go. We hate Lüdiger. Is there anything we can do about that, though? We can grant him a noble title. We can fabricate a hook on him. Why can I do that? I'm not an intriguing person. Well... yeah, what would he do in that sense, really? He does have gold. I mean, doing anything arbitrary does not, like, wouldn't just out of the blue imprison him. Yeah, murdering. That is the thing, right? The way I wanted to play him would be that he, if he had rivals, he would meet them openly. But again, the game gives you hardly any means to do that. I guess I could move into that focus here, and then we have Stalwart Leader, because that one here may challenge rivals to single combat, inflicting stress if you win. That might be something I could do. As I said before, there's not really much I need here apart from just reaching August, and that's fine, I guess. But I guess if we go back to that discussion that he had earlier with Clara, when he said that no, he thinks that this is sin, but now he's clearly sinning. So maybe that has done something to his mind. Her calling him out like that, and now feeling that he should delve in those thoughts. He should go into that direction. Maybe that is the time then that should tell him, you need to do something about this. But how would he do this? And again, I think actually Chivalry Focus sounds right to me in that regard. Because it's not about doing something underhanded, right? It's like going against someone from the shadows. No, this is about meeting his rivals openly. So I guess I'll take that. That's the direction we're heading to. Ah, okay. Not swayed. That's not great. Oh, but finally, she would be willing to marry Arnulf, come back to our court, and I think that's nice. That's what we wanted. There we go. I'm the person that commented on the first video. I hope they'll be pleased. We are having Mechthild back at our court. There she is. Excellent. I hope they'll enjoy having each other in their lives. Huh? Well, I guess they can continue doing that as long as they don't come here. Alright, I guess I don't need to do that anymore then. There we go. Is there anything else I want to do, by the way? Now that I have another scheme, another personal scheme open. Can't think of anything currently. No, not anything there, really. Oh yes, you want to return to court in Cologne, but let's look into it. Oh, she's in her 9th month, so no. We will wait until the baby is born. There we go. Sophia, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you, and now we have a perfect little daughter. One day, child, you will carry on my legacy. And what should we call her? Winfrieda, after her mother? Don't like it, really. Do you have someone else here? Luitgard, Ermentrud, Luitgard, Kunigunde, Ermentrude. You have a really simpler name. If this really was my heir, I would want her to have, like, a... I don't know. Ute. Nah. Kriemhild. Oh, that's nice. He's Siegfried and his daughter would be Kriemhild. That's very nice. Of course, I'm digging into the myth here of Siegfried the Dragon Slayer, because he was married to a Kriemhild. He was married to her, right? Not that firm in that mythology. Isn't she the one who avenges him when he's dead? Probably. Of course, yeah, maybe we did want a boy, but I guess it's a 50-50 chance. So, let's head to Cologne. Now everything is in order. Oh, danger! There's the Great Fair of Frankfurt again, and there's another guy proclaiming that he's a Venetian merchant. No, thank you. That's nice to get the prestige anyway. So just by showing up at these prestigious markets, just better off. Yep, we go to the court. How is everyone doing, by the way? Not very well. I guess he's just old. He's 64 years of age, and I guess it's fine for us to be at court at this point in time. Is there anything really that we can do? I guess what he would do is pray, right? He would pray for Archbishop Anno, for his immortal soul, to be able to enter heaven. There you go. And I guess he will stay for the time being. Because I guess he's not making it much longer. Whoop. And while we are being in Cologne, attacked by a wild animal. What? Came to our camp while we were in Cologne. What is that? No one was hurt, but they did ransack some of our food supplies. Oh no. Reduced travel rations. That gives me a tiny penalty. It's okay, I guess we have to bear it. Buy some supplies. What kind of wild animal was that anyway? In the middle of the city is walled. You can see that. There's two walls. There we are. Oh, and now Hermann has died. And he tripped and fell to his death. Yeah, I guess his eyes weren't that great in the end. And now Hermann here has inherited Gleiberg, and Mayen over here is held by Dietrich. Okay, where is he? He's come to Gleiberg. Okay, I hate that guy. It's sad that you cannot voluntarily say I want to be rivals with him. I just want to go there, spit into his face, and be like, I hate you. Why can't I just do that? And I can negotiate alliances. And I guess being allied to Gleiberg makes sense. There we go. Now, how is the Archbishop doing? Yep, he's on it. Good stuff. Oh, and back in Sayn, we have our marketplace at the next level. Good stuff. And I guess then we will upgrade the storage barn. Yep, looks good. Now. Still waiting. What's that? I guess we can attend court again. We will pray some more. Ah, okay, I guess I can be allied to that guy as well. Not sure if I want that right now. Oh, he does have pikemen. But we all know you should not have too many alliances, because otherwise it will be difficult for you to get better marriages. What's that? He's snooty. He's also almost dead. I think that's worse for him. Still doing it. Clinging to his life is Anno. They now call him the Old. He's not going to be old much longer, I'm afraid. A shrewd man, theologian, hugely important for the history of the whole Roman Empire. Can attend court again. Who's here? There's Hartwig and Ermengarde de Semur. Jesus Christ, she's a piece of work. I'll leave her alone. I'll just go to my lodgings and pray for the salvation of Archbishop Anno. Oh, back at home, Frankbert here thinks it's his time to become more powerful. Uh-huh, okay. Oh, he's better at filling coffers anyway, by the way. So, we'll see to that when we get back home. Still doing it. He's waiting for Easter, I guess. Around that time, by the way, the carnival season in Cologne will be there, I guess. You will have carnival, and that means that people will have their special days where they will just be out on the street and do whatever the hell they like. Oh, she's now pregnant. Oh, and she's friends with Arnulf. Isn't that nice? I guess we pray a little further. Ah, it's Regina again. He keeps not dying. Oh! Aha. He got me some coin, but at the same time he got himself some coin. Mm-hmm. Well, if he reinvests that into his own, abbey here in Siegburg, then that's fine with me. 150 gold, by the way. What shall I do with that? You know what? I've been instated as Master of the Hunt, and I think hunting is something I would want to do in the future, so let's build some hunting grounds. And there we go. Archbishop Farabert has become your new liege after inheriting titles. So there he goes. He is dead. Archbishop Anno has kicked the bucket officially. The 8th of April in 1075 AD. I would have to look it up, but maybe that would be around Easter. So there you go. He is not coming back from the dead, though, I'm afraid. Now, Farabert here says, there is a place available at my court. Should it please you to accept it? It is good that Grafschaft of Sayn should have a representative in the capital, and you shall receive fair compensation for your services. Well, yes, I will definitely do that. Received at the doors by attendants and aides, you enter the heart of Archbishop Farabert's court. Farabert must have worked hard to secure this fall, in spite of their humble beginnings and the ruthless competition they undoubtedly faced. They hold governance over this entire province. Yeah, he is lowborn, actually. But you do see that he's a good guy. So people, I think well, at the time, right? So how would they do that? So they would have this this college of electors that would instate the new archbishop, and they, I think, have decided for someone who is not going to be a political meddler. I think that was their main concern here. Given that Anno was such a prominent person in the politics of the realm, they've now chosen someone who would care more, I guess, for Cologne itself, for the people, and do more of his official tasks as a bishop rather than as a politician. So I think that's what's happening here. You are ushered inside to sit and wait in the audience chamber of this holy place, left within the silent solemnity of these hallowed Christian walls, with naught but a few devotees quietly chatting amongst themselves to distract you. Eventually, Archbishop Farabert enters the chamber. A nervous aide at the Archbishop's side whispers something in his ear. Noticing your arrival, Farabert motions you over with a grin. You kneel to deliver the oath you had memorized, and then the Archbishop bids you to rise. Wonderful. It's good to have interesting people about in a place like this, Siegfried. Or the councils and paperwork can be a truly tedious bore. The feasting's good, though, I suppose. If you need anything, food, drink, a better view from your quarters, just let one of the servants know. Oh, look at him. He's a nice guy. Don't know whether that's good or bad for him. I think we definitely appreciate that. As you do see here, he likes us. I can declare war on the Emir. Why? Why should I do that? Anyways. Do I stay here, by the way? And am I still on the... Yeah. I'm also reinstated as Chancellor. That is great. Obviously, what I would want to do is to pay homage. And for that, I guess I should return. And come back. Yeah, we know. It's a bit weird, but that's just how it is. There we go. Go back inside. Yeah, that's all the things we can do now. Can also make love to Sophia. I don't know. Once in a while, obviously, we will do that. But I think there are more pressing matters here, and that is to pay homage. Oh dear. Becomes more dangerous each time, right? 40% chance of danger. In Isenburg. I guess it's about time that we hire someone that will lead us through this place safely. Oh, and we hear about the Song of the Lorelei again. Last time we did indeed leave an offering here. Maybe since we've done that, we could say that, no, let's just row a bit faster. We don't want to be caught by the sirens. Tankulf is in charge of our food supplies and sheepishly revealed our provisions are now all but useless, having been poorly stored. Well, sheepishly revealed. I don't know. I think, was that the last straw? I kind of think so. Patches of mold cover the bread and produce, and we have quickly used up our remaining dried food. The party grows hungry as dusk begins to fall. Okay. Oof. Nah, I guess we get some food from the locals in that case. Oh, and that led to Hildegard being wounded. Yikes. But at least she's good at patching herself up. Since leaving home a few days ago, I have seen highs and lows. Definitely the lows there. Reveled in the wind blowing through my hair, lamented the rocks in my boots. There are so many places, so many things I have yet to see. Out there on the open road, I feel free of the confinement of court, if only for a little while. The roads are full of pilgrims and wanderers. Perhaps it is among them that I will find peace of mind. Interesting, okay. So he becomes a traveler. Well, I guess he's been traveling back and forth a lot. They're still fighting. Jesus Christ. Now, servants usher me into Archbishop Farabert's great hall in Cologne, where he sits on his throne waiting to hear my pledge. That's the same text all the time. So cut it short. We hail the Archbishop and then return. And I guess while we're here, we can also attend court. Now, what do? I guess we could perform courtly duties, help our new Archbishop here, and I guess we could do so by, well, I don't know, commend the crown to religious leaders, consult with the patricians. What would he need? I don't know. Guess we will start with religious leaders and see who's going to help us. Yeah, I guess I will just auto-invite. That's fine. Right. The high and mighty of the realm are coming together for this, which is nice to know. And we do have an available dynasty legacy. Very good. What should we take here, actually? I don't know. Like, what do we stand for so far? Glory, I guess? Religion, not so much. Law, maybe? No, we saw that we were into activities, right? Yeah, okay. Grand weddings are 50% cheaper. That's always nice. I'm torn between glory and law and activities, I think. I think those would make the most sense given on how I played them so far. I'll just roll for it in that case. So we have 1, 2 would be activities, 3, 4 would be law, and 5, 6 would be glory. It's a 5. I'm already here, so I can stay here. Yeah. Respect and loyalty with which others want to be associated. I think he has made a name for himself in the past few years. Most of all through the grand wedding that he held, but also being this advisor to the Archbishop. Alright, okay, he's getting a child. Right, back home in June. By the way, maybe it is also time that we instate a Master of the Hunt. And I guess Arno is like, yeah, I can do that. Leave it up to me. Don't have that much to do as a marshal anyway. And then we would look for dangerous game. I guess we can look just for regular game. That sounds nice. By the way, yeah, what do we do with Tankuif? I don't think I have many alternatives. None really, right? So, yeah, he can stay in that position, but he's definitely not the best one, I can tell. Could maybe try and... There I go. Invite knights. I guess I could recruit for core position then as well. Let's invite some knights to court. See whom we can put in these positions. Because, I don't know. The knights that we currently employ are Tankulf, one-legged, bit stupid, 2 prowess, and Alawich, maimed, 2 prowess. Not the best guys out there. I think we could do better. I think Arnulf here should have the opportunity to work with better people. So, yeah, I think that makes sense. And maybe in the heat of summer it will be fine to lay with Sophia. Try that again. There's been some time, right? She is 1 year old now. There we go. The throes of passion. I find my wife Sophia waiting for me. She greets me courteously with a ringing voice while I approach her and slowly remove her clothes. Yeah, they are respectful, they are faithful. That is how they go about this. There's not much passion involved, I guess. They both would rather do without, but they know that this is also their duty. I guess we're done with this. There we go. The bishops have been sending me letters. Apparently you've left quite an impression on them, Siegfried. The Archbishop approached you in court today, clearly pleased with this unforeseen boon. Keep up the good work. Erzbistum of Cologne needs the faithful on side. On their side, I guess. I am but a humble servant. He gains love of the faithful. Oh, there we go. That helps him. Good stuff. And I am guessing our court performance has reset. Well, I don't see exactly how many points I have. Yeah, okay. It is what it is. Oop. Sometimes when I leave the window and I click back, random things pop up. Right. Well, this is taking its time. That's 18 months. Okay. Then I'll be done. Oh, finally. He is done. And of course, he has conquered Maastricht. Oh, my fellow councillors, Hermann and Adolf. That's my friends here. Have sought me out. Well, he's my friend, right? He is still my friend. And I guess we're fine with Adolf as well. Have sought me out, their faces etched with concern. They share my conviction that justice must be the bedrock of the realm. Yes! Yet they feel our liege Farabert has allowed the rule of law to become inconsistent and arbitrary. Well, I guess he would be too nice to people, I think. They propose we jointly demand the funding of a new legal initiative, so something to ensure the law is applied fairly and consistently to all subjects, from the highest noble to the lowest commoner. Yes, I think we should go for it. Oh, he refused. I guess he's like, nah, we should be nice to everyone. Not punish so harshly. Blah, 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 blah. Not for me. That guy here is still hanging around. You know what? I'm tired of his face. Tired of his face. And now, Alarich here, who's malnourished. That's not very good. But he is a blade master. That counts for something. Oh! I see. But it's not Farabert's funeral, but I'm guessing he is hosting a funeral for our former employer, our liege, Archbishop Anno. And yes, of course. We shall join. Definitely. By the way, he's now a traveler, right? So he wants to see more places. Maybe we can take the time, because as we did see, there was more time to be filled. Oh no, that's too much now. That's okay. We can go visit Frankfurt and Mainz. No, that's not Mainz. That is, I know what this is. I guess we could do that, right? Just, well, no, that's not how we do it. I was clicking it the wrong way. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Maybe now we can put, no, okay. That's too much. That's too much. No, but we'll go from here to Frankfurt, and then we will visit that abbey down here. I'll talk a bit about that when we are there. 5 gold pieces. Fine. Toop, 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 toop. The wines of Eberbach Abbey. Okay. The vineyards of the Rheingold stretch across sun-drenched hillsides, row upon row of carefully tended vines, producing what many consider the finest wine in all the German lands. Some of you might say that's not saying much, but we Germans are proud of our wine. It might be a bit sour, but it's still, you can drink it, right? It's fine. We have Riesling, for example. That's good. Anyways, where Cistercian monks have perfected the art of winemaking over centuries. Bernhard, the abbey's cellar master, greets you with a knowing smile. You have come at the perfect time, he says. Our Riesling has just reached maturity. See, that's Riesling for you. Would you care... That's a white wine, by the way. Would you care to taste what we humble monks have coaxed from these blessed slopes? The monastery's cool cellars beckon, lined with barrels that contain liquid gold. The scent of fermenting grapes fills the air, sweet and heady. All right. I could buy some wine. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Like, oh yeah, thanks, bye. Well, you know, I would say that's a very nice offer, and why not take it? So we are tasting some Riesling, seeing if it's up to our palate. It is not. The wines are delicious, but your attempts at sophisticated commentary miss the mark. The cellar master smiles politely at your fumbling praise. Still, the wine itself is excellent. See, the wine is excellent. It's excellent. Oh! We have visited Frankfurt and had given us 450 diplomacy lifestyle experience. Will you look at that? And now we can commission an epic. Oof. That's very costly, I know that. Can demand a prisoner. Graf Rutger. Don't have anything to do with him, so no, thank you. And now, we are visiting, there we go, Maria Lorsch, the Abbey at Lorsch. A rare and carefully constructed example of Carolingian architecture. Built of finely cut stone and brick, its symmetrical facade is articulated by engaged columns, blind arches, and classical ornament echoing ancient Roman models. This is the gate that can still be visited today. I don't think much is left of the abbey otherwise, but yeah, the gate is still there. And now we are heading to Cologne. I guess we would mourn for him. He has been our mentor in a way. He put us in a position of power and then entrusted us with being chancellor and so on. We owe a lot to him, maybe everything. Cologne is to be Anno's final resting place, and I'm greeted by the magnanimous Archbishop Farabert of Cologne. As well as being able to enjoy his good company, I'm also here for Archbishop Anno. This will be my last chance to... I don't know. Something. I'll never forget him anyway. We will wait. Lots and lots of high and mighty people of the Holy Roman Empire coming to join us. The Herzog of Thuringia. Of course, the humorless Siegfried of Mainz is here as well. The Markgraf of Nordgau of Austria. Austria. Not a thing of the time, really. Oh, Pfalzgraf Hermann is here as well. That's interesting. Could have a little chat with him, I guess. I'm not sure what we would be chatting about. Don't we think we like him much? It's interesting. He only has daughters, by the way. There is Herzog Dirk of Holland. The young Herzog of Swabia, son of Rudolf of Rheinfelden. As we know, history would not have him in power. Right. About to begin, and I guess. Ah. There we go. The sorrowful line marches on, the line to have a last moment with Anno, a last whisper, a last long goodbye, a last nothing at the last place anyone will see him again. Truly a privilege it is to be here. The line brings me ever closer until at last the figure in front of me parts and there is nothing but a veil between me and him. Right, what do we do? I guess speaking of his virtues would be alright. That sounds too pompous for me. And no need to be quiet here. If we are there to speak, then we will. And we will say that he was a good man. A good bishop. A good shepherd to his flock. Hunched beside me, bereft of the pretense of propriety, the inconsolable Adalbert. Okay. Gazes out into the nothingness before him. Not a tear falls from his eyes, not a word passes his mouth until he turns to me. God can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind still yet blow? Why does the sea continue its push to the shore? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for water? Doomsday is upon us. My acquaintance is dead. His acquaintance. Oh no. Do we indulge him here? Graf Adalbert of Calv. I guess that we could console him. Everyone's crying, and of course that is not what we would nowadays say authentic. There is no such thing as authenticity at the time. We are here to perform, and that is not bad in any way. We are here to, as a collective, show our appreciation to Anno, and therefore mourning and openly crying certainly is correct. That's the right thing to do. Doesn't mean that you have to be very, very close to him or really mourn him in particular, but you're doing this as a performance. I and the other mourners take a reprieve from our grief to enjoy a great bounty of food. Oh, there he is, Adalbert. Usually the lifeblood of any feast now sits across from me, misty-eyed with an untouched cup at his side. Oh, he's still going on, yapping about. How can we make ourselves fat and merry in times like these? Are we to enjoy ourselves while Anno has nothing? Join me, empty your cups in libation. The guests seem to agree there is a wisdom in Adalbert's oafish lamentation. Jesus Christ. And, yes, I will just join in. No need to outdo him here. Yeah, okay. Oh, looking at the bones of Saint Ursula. Yeah, very important, Saint Ursula, for Cologne. All eyes fall upon Siegfried of Mainz. Oh, the humorless, as he falls to the ground in lamentation, hands coating his reddened eyes from view. Archbishop Siegfried of Mainz's sorrowful gasps and chokes have left his fellow mourners breathless, and many offer him comfort and reverence as if it were him who was to be committed to the hereafter. He is doing his performance, all right. He is ambitious. I guess comfort would not be right in that case, because that's not what he wants. He wants to portray that he is a most pious man. So I can only mourn in my own way, I think. Still going. Everyone's still crying. He shirked his duties as a diarch. How dare you, Frankbert? The mourners have moved through the hall, weeping in a kind of macabre dance, all for Anno, the unsettling silence of a people holding back what they so desperately wish to do, silent screams never to part their lips, hard-fought battles against tears being lost, so ashamed of their own grief. Now again, I don't like this text at all. That would not be very historical. People at the time would... well, celebrating their grief is not the right word, I guess, but they would show it openly. And it would be fine. People would expect that of them. This thing of holding back your emotions and so on, that's very much a modern thing. The shadows of mourners no longer loom over me, and I'm at last given a moment alone. What quiet comfort I could take in such a moment without the rattling and prattling of all the guests in my ears. Just me and my thoughts of Anno. Yeah, let's think about him. Again, great mentor, someone who trusted us a lot, put us into a position of power and relied on us as well. Even commanded his armies at the time. Oh, I introduced Archbishop Farabert to my friend Graf Hermann. See, the two of you can get along. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh! Ooh, it's a major play. Why? Why do we get to have this right on our doorstep? That's, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. I don't know what to do. I guess for now there's nothing we can do really. We will continue until... Oh, and while I was gone, she has given birth to another daughter. Oh, so sad. I was not there for it. Frida. Helene. That's a nice name. Helen of Sayn. In a quiet corner of the church, I overhear Archbishop Siegfried chatting with a group of mourners. He somberly gestures me over. We all have fond memories of Anno. I was just talking about the time we became friends with him. Tell me, have you any memories to share? I don't know. I think this should be better for me. Because, yes, I do have memories to share. And this is an intrigue challenge, so it's not about... Again, this is more about outdoing him, and I don't want to outdo him. So I guess I'm being polite here and saying the memories are too painful. Of all the figures venerated and villainous, none have been more desired more than our departed Anno. With his crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination, I'm at last left with a moment of solace between myself and my acquaintance. Ah, my acquaintance. I guess I allow myself a moment of grief, or do I promise to be better? That rings true for me as well. That is a promise we would make upon his grave, saying that we will continue to rule in his honor. Now the time has come to commit Anno's final rites before his final journey into the hereafter. Anno's enshrouded body is held suspended above an open grave, surrounded by close friends and family. Stood at his head is Farabert, a privileged place of mourning offered only to a magnanimous host. We are given a few traditional prayers for the deceased, and then his body is slowly lowered into his grave, where he may rest in paradise for eternity. Alright. And I guess with that, it's done. There we go. And now we're going back home, and I guess we're going back home to this. And I guess we will already isolate the capital. Now we can do this because it has already spread to Siegburg. Yeah. 50 legitimacy. And it would decrease us to aspiring. But I guess it's the only proper thing to do. There we go. Right, and with that, I guess we leave it for today, and we will see what ugly things await us when we return back home. Oh, that's a cliffhanger for you. Anyway, see you then, and cheers. Bye-bye.